Black light. You know, what's the difference? Are there any difference between black Americans and white Americans? Are there any difference between uh, black American men and white American men? Are there any differences between the black American woman or the white American woman? Well, I think we should start with the black American woman and the white American woman. The difference is there are no more, as far as black American women are concerned, there are no more Harriet Tubmans. She was just one of a kind, trying to free her people. Uh, from a harsh condition called so-called slavery, but really, if you analyze the situation, we are prisoners of war. Analyze this situation. You are prisoners of war. And you are in a mental slavery. Mental slavery. That's the difference between uh, the white woman, American woman, and the black American woman. Now, she may be in the white woman may be in a mental slavery, but she's not a prisoner of war. That's the difference. We are prisoners of war. Black people as a whole in America are descendants of what they call slavery, but for real, we are descendants and we are prisoners of war, descendants of prisoners of war. Uh, Sister Harriet Tubman, she understood this and tried to free her people. The problem she had back then still prevails today. That if you try to tell, when she tried to free her people, she had to bust a cap in a couple of them because they didn't want to leave the plantation. And when she tried to tell them what kind of condition they was in, they got mad at her and wanted to protect their slave master. Today it's the same thing, especially with the black woman. If a strong black man that can see the truth uh, runs it on his people and try to wake them up, they 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 don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, you know, uh, because really, it's hard for them to detect that they are prisoners of war. Because the black female is how she raised her children, and I'm gonna start with the reason why I can see this is because my mother, she just passed December 4th, 2017. But we're gonna get into this. I don't want y'all to think I hate my mother. I love my mother to death, but when I changed my name, she didn't want me to do that, man. I didn't go through the courts. I did it through affidavit. And I changed my name back in 1978. She wanted to bow down to the Caucasian. She was secretly in love with Matt Dillon and all them white actors. She dug black actors, and I analyzed that situation because one time my father, a white man, was hitting on my mother, and my father was getting ready to beat his ass. And my mother jumped in between. Right when my old man was throwing his hook, she jumped in front of the white man. I love my mother, but that's what happened. She didn't want to see my father. All right, grandson. Anyway, getting back to, and right then I started to analyze my mother. Now this right here, what y'all looking at, oops. This a book, donation book of the Nation of Islam, that my mother was a MGT or a CCC back in 1942, well 47. So stay tuned. We're gonna get deeper into this, and this is Black Light Out.